She came out the barn door with the dildo. Did you hear that? Yeah, that's it.
Covey leader to identify Baker T. Rambo, Mesner, Ortega, Coletta, Jorgensen, Danforth, Barry, Krakauer.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike?
How you fellas doing?
And now you're Rollin Rogue with Krakauer and Dirty Mike.
This is Colonel Trump. Talk to me, Johnny.
Thanks for the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
All right, we have a Rolling Rogue exclusive today. We have Joe Exotic on the phone, live from prison. How the hell you doing in prison, Joe?
I'm doing all right. Prison Joe. You know, I kind of like that name. You know, I can't be Tiger King no more. I ain't got no tigers. That bitch Carol Baskin done took them all. Don't worry. Once I get out of here, I'm going to be getting them back. How y'all doing?
We're doing good, man. I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. How's prison treating you, though? Anybody giving you any shit? I mean, being the Tiger King, it seems like you'd have some prestige up in there. Like, holy shit, man, you wrestled 600-pound cats all day. You know what I mean? Even though you got a bum leg.
You know, man, being up in here with these kind folk, you know, I had a couple of, you know, we'll call them blips, if you will, that I had to take care of. But for the most part, man, you know, everybody up in here, they're, you know, they're pretty decent folk.
Awesome. That's awesome. Dude, I have this question I want to ask you. Behind bars, how is this even legal? I heard you're starting a weed company from prison.
I mean, what exactly are they going to do? Put me in jail? I mean, I mean, it's perfectly legal.
So is it safe to say all your proceeds are going to try to help free you, or is somebody else stacking all your cash while you're behind bars?
I'm just going to answer that with a yes.
That's perfect, man.
Well, we heard that you became king of the commissary there in prison.
Well, you know, back in the day, I knew how to sling tigers, you know, across the country. You know, what's a couple packets of ramen within a little jail, you know?
Man, I
Right
can
here,
remember
you know.
my brother went to jail for a month and I put like $100 on his commissary. It lasted him the whole time. But a millionaire like you, I mean, how many zeros you got in your commissary, dog? How many commas you got? You know?
I'm to be honest with you, I just kind of go to the ward and tell him what I want, and he'll go to the store and pick it up.
It sounds like this dude's got it made in prison right now.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
And, hey, towards the end of your documentary there, it almost sounds like prison's better than where you were at.
Well, I do have to say, you know, I'm not around all the I'm not around all that negativity anymore. You know, everybody in here is pretty uplifted. It's not what everybody makes you think it out is out there, you know, in the all the movies portray it, if you know what I mean. You know, everybody in here looking out for one another. At least that's how I run this damn place, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know, because on the outside towards the end there, you know, you couldn't pay your staff. You couldn't even find food for the animals and all this headache, all this crap. Now you're in prison, dude, and it's like you're starting a weed company. I mean,
Well, you know,
are you even in prison right now, or are you at like some resort?
Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, I have to ask myself that question, but you know, we're up in here, you know, we're doing our time, you know, not, you know, rightfully so. Yeah, I did a couple of bad things, but for the most part, I shouldn't be in here. I'm just saying that bitch Carol Baskin deserves to be in jail more than I do.
Well, hey, man, while we're talking right now, to be honest, I'll never figure out how she's not in prison right now. What about you, Dirty Mike?
I'm not sure.
I mean, you get stuck with 22 and she gets nothing.
Baskin's a free woman anyway.
Well, I'll just, you know, and I don't mean no disrespect to any of these communities, but right now in America, it is the greatest time to be black or a woman.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. Dude, not only are you starting a weed company, though, right?
Right.
I got this article saying that you're having an auction and you're getting rid of your NFTs over here. And that was supposed to be Friday night.
Yeah. No, we actually went through with that. It was a really nice auction. The turnout wasn't as great as I was hoping to get it, but me and Elon are in the talk, and we're thinking about making it a powerhouse. I
At
think
least he's
gonna dump-
partnering the right person, right? Elon
Yeah.
Musk. That seems like the guy you'd want on your side.
Exactly, man.
How does
You know,
he
I
feel
saw what
about the
did to
Tiger King,
Doge.
though?
Do what?
Does he like the Tiger King? Is he a fan?
He respects me.
There you go. That's all that matters. I ain't got to like you. You just got to respect me.
Exactly. Exactly. We're both just trying to get high. That's all it is, man.
He's about as high as you can get, though, ain't it?
Oh, and he's going higher. He is going higher. I tell you right now, man. He's going to Mars, boys. He's taking us with him.
Well, let's get down to brass tacks, Joe. Could you get me a tiger?
What color you want?
Well, what does a tiger cost anyway?
Well, generally it's $1,500 for a tiger, but since I have this new setup here, we have some payment options. Bring down 2 cartons of cigarettes, put $200 on my books, and you come visit me in the conjugal visit area, and I'll get you a tiger. You sound pretty cute, anyways.
Yeah, I know a guy like you going to prison's got to be in Disneyland right about now, huh?
I tell you what, it's y'all ever watch that Family Guy? Y'all ever see the one they're trapping James Woods? And he's like, "Ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy." It's like that for me up in here.
That's hilarious.
Oh, wow. So, Joe, I know you've been seeing these UFO videos lately. What do you think about the UFO phenomenon that's going on?
Now, I don't want to put no images or words in nobody's mouth, but I'm just saying, y'all start seeing these videos after I done got locked up. They looking for their king, y'all.
Yeah. So you're telling me aliens are protesting Joe Exotic right now?
You're damn right. Everybody kept saying I'm from out of this world with the way I act.
Dude, if that doesn't get you a pardon, showing up with an alien lawyer, come on, man.
Me and Gligart, man, we got some words to be had.
You know what I mean? And hey, if they don't give you a pardon, just tell them to use that telepathy shit. That'll help you out.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Well, you got any last things you want to say to your fans while you're on the show?
Yeah, I know those prison calls, they only allow you 2-3 minutes, maybe 5 at the most.
Now hold on, we're almost done.
See what I mean?
Right, sorry about that. Yeah, man. I just want to say I love all of y'all. It's been fantastic that y'all stood by my side, and throwing a big middle finger up to that bitch, Carol Baskin.
Hey, Joe, we're on your side over here, buddy. That's why we wanted to get a hold of you today.
And that's why we love
22
it. That's
years
why I
and this
love it.
lady's a free lady over here. It should totally be the other way around. I mean,
Yeah, fuck that
granted,
bitch.
you did, a little contract, but
I deserve to be here. All right, I'm big enough to say it.
I just
So
feel
does
like
that bitch Carol Baskin.
Yeah, I just feel like anybody who digs up her property is going to find the teeth.
They gonna find something. Probably not anymore, man. She probably already moved it. Be honest
I don't know about you, Dirty Mike, but this is awesome. I mean, Joe Exotic on the phone, live from prison, everybody.
All right, yeah. Well,
Thanks for having me.
yeah,
I
I
gotta
appreciate
go,
you
boys.
coming out, man.
Phone call's over.
Yeah, we collect calls all the time. Joe, call back.
All right, will do.
Hey, Joe, don't drop soap.
All right, man. What's up, Harley?
How's it going, brother? You doing all right?
We're doing good. Now we're here with my friend Harland Martin. We've been friends since 2013, right?
Has it been?
Yeah. Well,
where'd y'all meet
man.
at work or something?
No, we
Truck
went
driving
to
school.
truck
okay,
driving school.
okay.
Went to Daly's
Yeah.
truck driving school in Atlanta.
Are you still a truck driver now?
For me, no.
Yeah, I'm not either.
That's
None
funny.
of us
All
are.
three of us got CDLs and none of us truck drive anymore.
Yeah, no, I quit that shit, man. I got tired of being over the road and did some local stuff for a bit. And I live in Georgia, man. I do not want to drive in Atlanta.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'd imagine. Shit.
Well, be amiss if I didn't tell the story of how Harley and I met.
Come on, man. I want to hear you.
Well, so we went to truck driving school, Daly's truck driving school. I came into class late. I remember because they sent me.
I
the
find that hard
address.
to believe, dude. That's an hour early for work every day. Was
I know
late
it.
to
I'm
school.
always early. right?
Wow.
And then I got I got the address wrong because they sent me the same address that they sent me was also the same address on the other side of fucking Atlanta. So I'm on the other side of Atlanta. I'm like, where the fuck is this truck driving school? I finally get there. I just walked in real quick because I knew it was late and we had a fucking I forgot. What was the name of our instructor? Do you remember?
I don't
that?
know, but all I know is he was a Green Beret because he bragged about it
Yeah.
so much.
And he was an asshole too. So I came in.
I could only
came
imagine.
in late, and this guy
Dude was a dick.
stares me down.
Imagine missing a shift with this guy.
I
Oh
go,
man, no! But we had it so good, man. So we had like this little Vietnamese kid in our class, right? Or not a kid. He was like in his like 50s. Little
Oh, yeah.
Vietnamese dude. He was like 4 foot nothing. You remember him?
Yeah.
Let's just call him Fawn.
And our instructor was a Vietnam vet, and he was talking about the Vietnam War.
No.
I raised my hand. And like I said, this is a little Vietnamese dude. He's sitting right next to me, and I raised my hand. I was like, "Yeah, we might have somebody in the classroom. Not,
Yeah.
might be a little, the subject might be a little sensitive for him, And he goes, "Oh no, continue. We kick your ass anyway. Please tell us how you lose."
Well, I came into class. I sat in the back because the guy was staring me down. So I sat in the back. So I saw Harley, but I went by him and we just started class. Well, in the middle of the class, we had to take it was either a drug test or it was to check the sugar in our pee or something, right? And
Something like that.
and we got gave us a cup. We went to the bathroom, right? And I remember Harley was making all these noises at the fucking stall and shit. And then,
He's jerking off in the cup.
no,
Kind of
He,
sample y'all need again?
Yeah.
Y'all been shitting this thing for you?
Right.
we got back into the conference room where we were just standing there with our pee in our hand. And he turns to me and says, "Does this look right to you?" And he showed me his piss. And his piss looked like fucking like he had fucking bled in his pee the whole time or some shit. It was really reddish.
Was it fresh out the Whizzinator?
And that's when I knew.
Turns out I was
like,
highly dehydrated that day.
Yes.
Damn.
So that's when we started talking. I knew this one, man. Me and
It
him
was
were
like
gonna be buddies.
102 outside that day, man.
Yeah.
He's got that 20-year-old truck driver piss that's in a jug on the side of the highway.
It's clean.
Well, he passed, so I mean, it had to clean. I was only.
I didn't smoke weed yet at that point. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't really smoke weed too much at that point.
Yeah. I remember. We hung out in class. We ate pizza damn near every damn day because they had these recruiters come in and give out boxes of pizzas, talk to us about going, over the road. And
So you
shit.
guys are like, "Man, you keep that pizza coming. You can talk all day."
I didn't have to bring my lunch one fucking day.
Boy, I didn't have it like that in school. What the hell school did y'all go to?
It was a nice
Bailey's,
trip,
man.
I went to one in
It was cool.
Batesburg called Sage, if that tells you anything.
Man, it sounds like you get like lemongrass for free lunch there.
Yeah, seriously. This shit wouldn't even get my neighbor high, man.
Yeah, so I remember we were doing truck driver exercises out there in the parking lot and shit, and that was
Half of us
actually
couldn't touch our toes.
that
You
was
guys are actually
the
doing
kind of-
physical exercise?
No.
Oh, okay. I was
Driving.
gonna say, I was wondering. School
No,
was
I'm
making
talking
you do
about
physical
doing
exercise.
maneuvers.
Okay,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
truck.
No, I was just fucking around because you said exercises.
Did you guys have any shit ass trainee you got stuck with? Because you have to
Oh,
do your 4-hour
God.
drive periods.
What was that guy that was a real jerk? But at
Oh,
the
man.
end of the class, he was okay, but he went to
Yeah.
prison. What was his name? Ricky or Robbie or some shit?
Wait.
He went to prison at the end of class.
But no,
What
he bragged about being in prison.
Oh, okay.
He was a big
Yeah,
guy
'cause that's
too.
something you want to brag about.
He was a big guy too, and he hung out with one other kid. I forgot the guy's name. He hung out with another black kid that we were hanging out with, and
Yeah.
all the time. But yeah, he was kind of a jerk. But then at the end, like we ended up getting together at the end of the class. Afterwards, we went to the hotel we were staying at. I don't know if you remember that. You had that truck, driving like a Nissan truck or something at the time.
Oh no, I had this little blue Ford Ranger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
my
then-
big ass was driving a Ford Ranger.
Stranger
My
danger
cousin
and the Ford
Sean hooked me
Ranger.
up with some moonshine. My cousin Sean hooked me up with some moonshine just before I went,
Oh shit!
and I gave Harley a whole freaking water bottle full of moonshine.
While you guys are in class.
No,
Oh,
like
okay.
after
I was
class.
gonna say,
After class, I gave him.
Michael's like, our 4-hour driving block's coming up here, bro. Take this. I'll take the edge off.
I mean, it's a cool thing. And we used to talk over the road while we were both over the road.
Yeah,
We call each other.
yeah,
now
it
and
was
then.
cool. Hey, you
That's
ain't
good
got
though,
nothing else-
man.
You ain't got nothing else to fucking do out there, man.
No, it gets boring quick.
I liked it for the first 6 months. After that, it was garbage.
I was
Oh, yeah.
anti over the road when I graduated school. I refused to take any job that was over the road. And they're all like, you'll never start driving a truck, then you have to pay your dues over. And I hate to tell everybody, I started in a log truck. I actually got hired to drive a log truck with zero experience and hadn't used my CDL for 3 years out of school.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy as hell. Worked for a crazy ass meth head. But he had a truck and he paid me, showed me the road.
What was that first
Hey,
company
that's all
you
that
went
matters.
to, Harley?
I went to Warner.
Oh yeah, that's
Warner.
right.
I was there for 2.5 years, and I tell you what, man, like you hear horror stories come out of Warner.
That's all I've ever heard.
I guarantee you it's because that fucking driver was a dick.
Oh, no shit, huh?
Dude,
Well-
I got treated so well there. My dispatcher was amazing.
Most of the shit I ever heard was just complaints from drivers that couldn't forge log books because you guys use eLog and stuff at Warner.
Man, my shit went down so often we basically had to run fucking books.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, my first week in training, I had to run off of a damn map book
Damn it, boy.
because
Using
our
Atlas
GPS
out
was
there.
down. Yeah,
Old
shit
school
sucked.
Atlas, mapping it out with a ruler and shit.
I went to
Sucked.
Swift because I was going to go to
because he had a pulse.
I was going to go to US Express, right? And I went to US Express and did their, orientation and everything. And then at the end of the class, they told me I couldn't take the medication that I was on. And
What were you on at the time? Like
Adderall.
Adderall.
And they said I
Wow.
couldn't take Adderall.
What the hell? You can't stay awake and drive even better. We don't want that.
They said that it's against the rules of the trucking industry that you can't have.
Yeah, you
amphetamine.
can't be wide awake and focused driving. We don't want that.
So I switched over. So I went back home. I didn't go to US Express. I got pissed off because they went through a whole orientation before they told me that.
Damn.
And then I came back home and I was like, I need to get a job quick. So I saw Swift and I just called them and then I got hooked up with them. But man, Swift is the worst.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
My
like-
brother's actually driving for them right now.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is all of their terminals are garbage. It's like
Yeah.
you guys share the showers there and shit, and the showers are fucking nasty. And I'd
That
rather
sounds
go to a
terrible.
truck stop than go to that shit. So
Did you wear flip flops in the shower, dog? Please
had
tell me you
to.
didn't go in
Yeah,
truck drivers
always.
showers with no shoes
no,
on.
I did that in the Navy, man. They made us wear flip flops in the Navy. So
She's
I
got
had to-
hepatitis, syphilis, and everything else coming out the shower.
Man. Yo,
Yeah.
when I was still in freaking training, me and my trainer, we stopped at this truck stop and it had like rained like a couple hours before. And there was like a couple of potholes that had filled up with water. Man, we watched this lot lizard climb out of this dude's truck, go over to a puddle of water, squat over it, splash some water up there, and then climb in some dude's truck. And I was like, look at that, just a classy woman right there.
Oh God, I
Man,
got
She's
somebody
a
better put a
trooper.
ring on that.
But
Put a
dude,
ring
that's
on
like
that, man. She's
Die
classy.
hard
seen this woman-
dedication right there. She's like, I will use puddle water to get you off, sir. Holy
I
shit.
seen one in
Just
Arizona
gotta-
riding a
Just
bike.
got to water the crabs.
This is the lady that's probably shooting turpentine up in that thing saying, I got a cure for it.
Yeah, I was
Holy
in
shit.
Arizona at a truck stop and I seen one chick. She had a mullet, skinny as shit, riding a
Ugh.
bicycle through the damn truck stop.
You know
Y'all
what she
want
was
some of
looking
this?
for. Yeah. I remember my buddy Kevin who truck drives. You know Kevin.
Yeah.
This son of a bitch picks up a lot lizard and has the audacity to call me with her in the truck. And he's like, no, man, she's pretty cool. I'm like, you've got to be fucking crazy. You got a psycho in your truck right now. You know that, right? And what did I tell you? It lasted like 4 days and you had to put her ass out the truck. I was like, told you, you can't pick up random lot lizards,
You
dude.
find
I mean,
them at the damn
that's the
terminals.
best thing. That's the best thing about dating homeless women, man. You can drop them off anywhere.
Anywhere.
That bitch look good to
Man,
you.
I don't have to call her a cab or nothing. She's good.
Nothing.
Might even
Yeah.
give her a bottle when she gets out. Here, just keep you warm tonight.
Yeah, there you go.
So what is the most fucked up predicament that you ever got while you're in a truck?
All right. So after I get to Warner, I decide I meet this guy and I end up doing teams with him, an Irish bloke. And at first he's a pretty cool dude, you know. And then he started messing up. He started staying awake while I was driving when he was supposed to be asleep, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night because my phone's ringing and it's the night dispatch, you know, asking why our truck's sitting still, you know.
Oh,
This
yeah.
asshole got tired, stopped driving, whatever, you know.
Mhm.
I'm not his babysitter. It's, not my issue. Well, one day he wakes me up and he goes, "Hey, Harley, it's your turn to drive." All right, cool. I get up. We're on the side of the freaking highway. I was like, "Oh, shit. Well, no rest area around here? Truck stop? Nothing, man? What's going on?" He goes, "Man, I'm just too tired to drive. This is where I had to stop." I was like, "All right, whatever." So I, sitting on the side of this damn highway, start my 15. I'm about to get out of the truck when a freaking state trooper pulls up behind me. I was like, "Oh, shit, here we go." Comes up to the freaking front of the truck and he goes, "There's a way station a mile up the head, right?" Nah, I had no idea. I just woke up about to do my pre-trip inspection right here on the side of the road. Teammate couldn't drive no more. He goes, "Well, I'm going to need you to pull up in there right now." I was like, "No, sir, I can't do that." He goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I got 13 minutes till I can move this truck. After that, I'll be glad to bring it up there for you." He goes, "You don't have to worry about the 15 minutes. Go right ahead." I was like, "Did you write the law?"
Yeah.
No. I was like, "Then don't tell me how to break it, just so you can bust me for it later. You want to help me do this inspection? And then we can wait the last, 11 minutes now? That's fine by me." So we get to we wait, we go there, pulls his head, does a level 1 inspection,
Nice.
checks everything. Can't find nothing wrong. He's like, "Show me your paperwork." I was all right. And he's like, "Give me your permits, everything." So I give him the whole binder. He's flipping through it. He's trying to find something. It was windy. It was cold. This guy was being a bit of a dick. I had to fart, but I didn't want to waste it. So I needed him to feel and smell my frustrations. I was like, "Hey, man, it's kind of cold out here. Wind's blowing all my papers everywhere anyways. Do you mind if we get in your car?" "Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead. It's pretty fucking cold out here." So we open up the car. We get in, shut the doors. I wait for him to turn the heat on. They get just a little bit toasty in there. And I freaking creak up my right ass cheek and just... And I just look him dead in the face, not even saying a word. And all of a sudden he's like, oh God. Oh God. And I was like, "We done here? Get the hell out of my car."
He just hotboxed a state trooper with his ass. Oh, that's horrible, man.
Fuck that guy.
No shit. I bet that's the last time he lets anybody be like, "Man, you want to step into your car?"
Fuck you.
He probably pull his pistol on the next guy and be like, "Don't even think about it." I don't even doubt
That
it.
reminds me of Dumb and Dumber when
Yeah, no
cop
shit.
drinks the piss bottles. And
Right.
they're just pissing it. What about you, Ronnie? What you got any good road stories?
Man, just fucking shit up, really.
That's what I'm talking about.
I remember this one time I had damn light poles on my truck. So they hang out 40 feet behind the truck. I mean, they are fucking out there, 90-foot light poles,
Right.
So I'm hauling poles. I got to take a right turn. So I'm at a traffic light. So I split both lanes like I need to. So some jackass doesn't pull up on the side of me. I go to take the right there, take my right. I get down the street. Next thing I know, I got a state trooper fucking with his lights on behind me, waving me down. So I pull over and I'm like, what the hell's the deal with this guy right here? And he's like, "You mind stopping right there and shutting the truck down? You just peel the car open back there." And I was like, "What?" I didn't feel nothing, not a bump, nudge, nothing. I'm like, "Sir, there wasn't nobody on the side of me when I turned or nothing." He's like, "Man, I was sitting across the parking lot. I seen that car come right on the left side of your truck like he wasn't supposed to when you were turning, and you just ripped the whole left side of his car off." Sure enough, here comes this guy up the road a minute later, and the left side of his car, if there was anybody in that car, it would have been dead. And I was like, "Officer, I never even heard none of this shit." But yeah, that was one of my craziest stories right there. Just peeled some dude's car open and had no clue I even touched it. But luckily, that was gang enforcement task force across the street is who that cop was. And he's seen that. And that's what kept me from having any charges or paying anything on this guy's car. Because that cop said that guy was illegal because he crossed the yellow line to get on the side of me right there at the last second when I turned. And that's when the poles just peeled his shit open.
No shit.
Yeah. What's your story? Give us a war story.
Well, for the first year and a half I was over the road, and I got some good over the road stories, but the best one is my last one. And I was driving a trailer truck. Like I was moving trailers on the Kohl's distribution center.
So yard dogging it.
Yeah, I was yard dogging it, right?
Okay.
And so I would yard dog for 12 hours, right?
Okay.
I had 12-hour shifts. So after 12 hours, they would always hook me up with a load. Not always, but every now and then they'd hook me up with a load that didn't get done that day, right? he said, okay, well, we need you to take this load to Atlanta, right? So I go to Atlanta, drop off this load. So I'm at 14 hours already, and I'm coming back. And he's like, on the way back, because I had to drop and go bobtail, right? So on the way back, he said, I need you to pick up this trailer that's on the side of the road. The driver, something happened to his truck. He had to leave. He dropped the trailer. I want you to pick up the Swift trailer and bring it back, right?
Easy enough.
So, I hooked up the trailer. I went and I did the landing gear as far as it would go up, and it was all rusted and shit. I couldn't get it to go all the way up, but I got it pretty far up, right?
Okay.
So I'm on my way back, and I have to go over railroad tracks, right? Well, this railroad track had these metal plates that were on, like they were doing road construction, right? As I got over the tracks, and my landing gear got caught on one of the metal plates and dragged it up underneath my truck, underneath the trailer, right?
Nice.
So, and it pinned me while I was on the tracks.
On the track.
So I'm on the tracks, and I'm like, and I'm stuck, and I'm like, I can't go forward. I get out to go around and see what's going on, and I see it's a metal plate that's all jacked up in there. And just then, the fucking sirens go off, or the cross things go off. And
So you're the guy in the video where the train just blows through the.
There's a train coming, right?
Damn it!
So I'm like frantically. I got a video camera in my face because they had cameras on us the whole time, and I had this video camera in my face of me going completely crazy trying to get this truck off.
I want to see that video.
And
Right.
and I put it and I tried backing up. I backed up. It wouldn't do shit. I couldn't go forward and all that shit. So what I did was I put it in low, and I just popped it like I was popping a clutch in a Subaru, dude.
Damn right.
And I revved that engine up to like 4 grand and popped that bitch. And I pulled the landing gear completely off this trailer.
Damn right.
And
It's
got
better than
this
the truck
thing off
getting
the track.
destroyed.
Got it off
Yeah.
the tracks right before the fucking the things come down to close down on me. And then I took it right back to DC, and I was like, yeah, I tore the landing gear off this truck. So I'm leaving this truck here, and I'm going home, and you're going to have to figure this shit out.
Holy
but
shit.
They did, dude.
You
I
didn't catch any beef or nothing at work?
I got a
Flag
warning.
Oh, no shit.
Because I didn't ever get in trouble. So
Meanwhile, the boss man's in his office laughing his ass off because Michael's like, just screaming and panicking and shit.
They did an investigation. And
I bet they did. They probably had like 30 people like, y'all get in here. You got to watch this shit.
But it was their broke ass shit that did
You could see
so.
you could see the front of his pants get
Yeah,
darker
no
right here.
shit. You could literally see him
yeah.
pissing his pants right
I
now.
was it was the worst experience.
I'd have done the
I
same
had.
thing before I left the truck there for a train to hit it, bro. There's no reason why I wouldn't have just locked that son of a bitch in and ripped anything off that thing to get off them tracks,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, they say you're supposed
did
to
you-
get out. That's why I got a warning. They told me that I was supposed to get out and go press the button on the railroad thing. There's a button.
Oh yeah,
press
because they teach you that in every school,
to
you
stop
know?
the train.
Right.
I'm like I'm gonna let
You're
it
an
hit the
engineer
truck.
all of a sudden.
So I'm like, damned if I do, damned if I don't situation. So I pulled it off anyways, and I just took the heat. So,
yeah.
but yeah, I didn't last long because.
Can I ask you this question without
yeah.
getting you mad?
What's it?
Could you have just backed up? Because you went
No, I
forward
tried
and it pulled
backing up. It
plant.
wouldn't-
Okay.
it
I'm just
wouldn't
making
do
sure
it.
it's like,
Yeah.
you know, you kind of got snagged
It
on a
was
plate.
because
Seems
my,
like it's
my
backed up
back
in your
tires
gear.
were caught on it too.
Oh,
So
okay.
all I could do
You
was
just
go
wedged
forward.
that son of a bitch
Yeah,
all
it
up
was
in
wedged
everything.
in there.
I hear you. I hear you.
But yeah, right after that, I ended up stopped driving truck driving and went back to machine work. Anyway.
Did it scare you straight, the track incident? Like you're like, I'm fucking done with trucks. I almost died right there.
It was like sort of like that. It was really what it was. I went over my time. I had 14 hours, and they made me work another 12, and then I had 2 to get to Atlanta and back. And then when I got to Atlanta, I couldn't find the store. Right.
Yeah.
The GPS kept on fucking me over, so I was like, no, I'm just not doing that shit. So
Yeah.
so I ended up going 15 minutes over my clock before I got to the store. And see, I was gonna do a live unload in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'd sleep in the truck that night.
Okay.
So I did 15 minutes over because of the problems I was having. I let them know that's what was going on, and they still gave me a penalty because I went 15 minutes over. No matter what I said, I worked 14-hour day. I worked a 12-hour day on the yard, and it didn't even matter. It was like they were just gonna hit me with it anyway. So I was like, well, I'm done with this shit. I'm not gonna be.
Yeah, fuck
doing
that.
this.
Yeah, I never got anything like that at Warner. Like I said, me and my dispatcher, we got along extremely well.
Yeah.
And why don't you drive no more?
I got tired of it, man.
Yeah, I did too, man.
I just
That was my biggest thing. I was burnt the fuck out. 6
it's
years of log
draining.
truck driving. Every guy I look at that's 50 years and older is hunched in like this half bent circle of a human, and I'm like, I just don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, it's not worth it. First of all, if you think about it, the pay hasn't increased since the 70s.
Hell no,
It's like
they pay you
$15 an hour. Is truck driving? It equates to 15
for the hours you put in. It
Which-
really does. Yeah.
Which you know what $15 an hour equates to today. Me and my buddy were just talking about this today, actually. Due to inflation, $15 an hour today is the same as $7.50 in the 70s.
It is. That's what they don't tell you. Right. Absolutely right. But yet shit
And
just keeps
it's-
going up except for your pay.
Yeah, it's just modern day slavery at this point, man. We are working for pennies.
That was the
Yeah.
number one thing with me and my wife is we just had kids together, and I told her
Congrats.
I wasn't going over the road because, dude, you were looking at $1,000 to first start a week if you were lucky, and then maybe if you're having teams or you're an instructor for people, you're making $1,500 a week to be locked in a box. I'm home 2 days out the month, and that's what I get to spend with my family. I never want a piece of that. I'm good. You can't have a life, man. You really can't. Now, for a
No.
young guy, 18, you want to pocket some cash and you're responsible. Man, it
Yeah.
ain't nothing to put a couple $100,000 in the bank being a truck driver in a few years. It really ain't.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I met a couple that, they were a power couple as far as like truck driving goes, man. They sold their house, their cars, everything.
Yeah.
And they just drive for 2 years straight. And then they leave the country for a few months.
I don't
to go
even
on
doubt it.
vacation.
They probably just bank
Oh,
200,000 real quick and they're
well,
out.
they get
Yeah.
priority too. That's the thing you gotta understand is like the driver managers. They give the team drivers that do like that have couples and stuff. They give
Yeah.
them priority loads. Like they'll have
Oh,
no
yeah.
live on loads.
Well, because they know that truck's going to
Yeah.
stay moving,
Every
man.
time that I'm over the road, because I was over the road, I was single over the road company man. Every time that I came up to a place to get a load, there's some sort of problem. I'd either stay there and get loaded, or my trailer wasn't ready, or something, paperwork wasn't ready, or something like that. Or then, I get there and the trailer has a problem, or my truck has a problem.
Or you can't
It's-
even unload because you're there on time like you're supposed to be. And the place is like, oh, it'll be like 4 hours before we can unload you.
Rarely
yeah.
had anything just add up like it should have. So
Yeah, nothing ever
it's-
went according to plan.
it gets old.
But I also fell in love with truck driving because of log truck driving, not going over the road. I was home every single day by like 7 o'clock, I mean, you're in your truck at 4:30 in the morning, don't get me wrong, but I was home every single night. And you're like, damn, dude. And you make some seriously good cash driving a log truck. I mean, I was making $850 a week salary, no problem. And I'm home off half a day on Fridays, Saturday and Sunday home. Yeah,
Not to mention you give every millennial freaking PTSD if they're driving behind you, because we've all watched Final Destination 2.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
But I fell in love with log truck driving because for me every day, this is gonna sound corny, but it was an adventure. Dude, every single load's different. When you're climbing hills and mud and you're crossing made steel bridges that are as wide as your truck, and you're like, dude, what the fuck am I doing right now? I've been in some butthole tightening places. I'm gonna tell you that shit. I remember the first time I was in the woods log truck driving for a log creek. I come into the woods. I'm like 2 miles deep into the woods. I'm not even shitting y'all. Hills, valleys, everywhere. I come up to a fucking bridge that's literally made out of steel, no side rails, no nothing, and it's 6 inches wider than my truck. I instantly called dispatch and said, man, I screwed up, man. There's a damn bridge right here in front of me and shit. I am in the wrong spot. He said, no, you ain't. You're supposed to be crossing that bridge.
Oh yeah.
I told that dude right there on dispatch, I was like, bro, I'll go across it empty, but I ain't coming back across the son of a bitch loaded. It's covered in mud. It's raining. And he's like, yeah, man, that's what we're doing. And damn sure if I didn't have, my asshole was so tight, dude. I felt that truck slide when it got on the bridge because it was wet, full of mud, and it's just slick steel. Oh my God, I thought I was done.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, man, but it was an adventure. That's what I loved about the job, though. It wasn't just boring. I'm driving through a city, stuck in my little box, and
I got another scary
I
story.
don't know.
I was in Billings, Montana, like outside Montana.
Oh, that's
so
terrifying.
There was a it was like a DC or distribution center there, and I would you had to drop your trailer and go pick up a trailer from a lot that was like across from the DC, and a lot was out in the woods. It was like basically out in the, not really woods there, but it was out in the wilderness, right? No lights, no street lights or nothing. It's nighttime. I'm running out of time. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and just take my break here. I go in and I pull up behind it. I get up underneath the trailer, locked everything down, got out, locked everything down and shit. Got back in my trailer, and right when I got back in my truck, right when I turned the lights on, I saw like 3 or 4 freaking wolves just staring at me.
Oh no
Like
shit.
while I was out there looking at my truck and I couldn't see anything.
Dude,
there
you
was
were about
wolves
to be
out there.
dinner ready. You were so lucky you got in the truck, bro.
And they were about like 100 feet away from me.
Yeah, you just about got mauled right there.
And I didn't even hear them. I'm like, I didn't know wolf were
This
damn
kid
silent.
over there, he's about to get mauled, right? And he's looking at him like, oh, what a pretty dog.
And then when
Here,
the
puppy.
lights came on, they
Yeah.
freaking ran off. And
You got lucky right there.
yeah, I've never seen dogs that big.
Yeah, no, they're probably wolves, man. Shit.
Yeah, it was either wolves or freaking. They look just like snow. You know?
I'm gonna tell you what, if I climb back in my
Huskies.
truck, pop lights, and I see 3 wolves, that's the first thing I'm thinking is like, I was just on their goddamn menu. Holy crap.
I'm off the menu, boys.
Call my dispatcher right now and don't you ever send me here again.
Well, Harley, I appreciate you calling in, man, and doing the Joe Exotic for us. We're gonna try to get some more impressions out of you and do some more podcasts with you.
Yeah, damn right, for sure.
Yeah, man, definitely game.
Yeah, it was great to meet you,
Um,
Harley. And
Yeah, man, you too.
like Michael
it's,
said, man, hopefully we can definitely do some more stuff down the road for sure.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, man. I like I told him earlier, I intend to start my own podcast here soon with my buddy. We're going to be talking about random stuff, anime and other whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Hey, well, remember
Holding-
this, you're immortalized forever here because you're our first guest ever.
Hey man, it's an honor. Seriously, thank you.
Hell yeah, no, we appreciate it.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later, Harley.
All right, guys, y'all have a good night.
And that's it for the Rollin Rogue Podcast.
Yeah,
Follow
we're
us
out,
on-
people.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube. We got
Instagram,
Instagram,
Twitch.
Twitch. We're gonna get on all of them. So hit up the like, subscribe.
Yeah, make
And,
sure you like, subscribe,
Yeah.
check out our Patreon account. Any kind of support helps. It's
Yeah.
also going to help grow this channel. So if you like what we do, yeah,
Facebook
check us
group.
out.
Go ahead and sign up on that. And we'll see y'all later.
Bye.